So then, we are back with more understandings from the Renewed Covenant from the Aramaic English translation of the Word. So then, understanding the holy prophecies of the great mighty Yahweh, there are many areas in the Renewed Covenant where we find references from the previous covenant related with the Torah, the prophets, and the writing. And these days, as we begin to understand the holy Yahweh and His holy plans and His holy prophecies, then we relate simply of then Yisrael, the 61st chapter, and we are precisely living at the time prior of the great restoration of the cities is spoken of in the 61st chapter. And there are other areas where then Yahweh gave His prophets the understanding of His own. So then in many portions of the previous covenant, He always mentioned to His people, if they were obedient, they would then receive His presence. So then, understanding from this viewpoint, every time the prophets then were pointing the people back to the holy instruction, the Torah, He always would say afterwards, after revealing those extras, He would say then, comfort ye my people. And those words, they were very important because it would give them the peace and the certainty that Yahweh is in charge of the universe and He does not forget His people. Yoel, there is a very interesting part of it because it reflects the similitude of a care for His people and His nation. So then, understanding from Yoel, he states, then wilt Yahweh be then jealous for His land, and He wilt pity His people. It has to do with His care for His holy instructions related with His people. So then we are more acquainted with what's coming. And then Yahweh is always certain of His words and His holy prophecies. Then in the 65th chapter of Yirmiyahu, then you find also a very important position of the mighty holy Yahweh saying of then the Gentiles, because then it would come a time in the future where Yahweh would reveal Himself in His holy profound understandings to those that were never even said His name. But then obviously people would speak of Him, and Yahweh would reveal Himself, and then those people that were never born with His holy name then would understand His mighty holy precepts. So then obviously what the Mashiyach said and what the prophet said, every time that there was a great revelation, they would point to the people back to the instructions, make sure they were loyal to what Yahweh had said, because the people must be comforted. And this comfort comes from the certainty of His holy prophecies and the obedience of what the Mashiyach said. And there is never a personal remark regarding this area, because 100% comes from the Torah, and renewed understanding comes from then already given the Torah and the prophecies, and the time came, and then people, His people, should then be comforted knowing that Yahweh is in charge, and the cities shall be rebuilt. So then He, Yahweh, is truly in charge. And there are other prophecies also related with the end of times, and many of them we can understand from other prophets, but later then we speak of them, and then always reminding ourselves that the holy prophecies revealed by Yahweh Himself and His holy Ruach HaKodesh, always pointing the people back to the Torah, and then being loyal to the Torah, and comforting the people knowing that Yahweh is in charge. Please stay tuned.